Hello. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So, this is going to be a bonus general message. And I usually start these ones out with something real that happened, some anecdote, usually pertaining to my dog. Aries has been getting me up before it's light out. He likes to get out there and get busy, being active early. And I'm not really get up before the sun is up kind of person. I early is okay, but that early is a bit much. But what do you do when you got a young blue healer? You pretty much listen to their little sounds that they make, and you just do it. So yes, my boy has been very he's staring at me now with those eyes. He knows I'm talking about him. But all I can say is maybe someone has had a certain amount of like expectation placed upon them lately. And we're going to start this out with a high priestess in the reverse. And we have a knight of swords upright. Okay, so high priestess in the reverse. Yeah, this could be expectation, but it's more like a known expectation. Like what's being revealed is that somebody feels like I have to take action now. I know it. They know it. We all know it. This is imperative. This could be somebody who's getting the subconscious vibes that maybe a high priestess is saying, you know what, I've had enough of the waiting game, or now is the time that if someone doesn't reach out now, I'm going to cut the cord, or there's something here that's pushing another character to take sudden action, and they know that they absolutely must. And in order to take this action, it looks like they have to break away from things that are trying to hold them back. It's kind of like it's show me you're brave, it's that time, and they know it, and somebody else knows it as well. Five of Wands. Five of Wands is trying to overcome a struggle. It's practicing, it's fighting for something, and sometimes it's just fighting in our own mind, working through a thought process, trying to get to the point where it's like, okay, I know what I'm going to do. I know how to do it. I'm going to go for it. So it could be an energy of, I'm almost wondering if hold on, let me just get another card on this, because to me it's looking like this high priestess is like Six of Cups and Six of Wands. This high priestess is the person saying, it's time to show up and fight for this if you want it. Show me that you want it, or forever hold your peace. Show me that you're this is it. This is your now or never moment. If you don't have what it takes to come in and fight with me to correct things. And I don't mean that the high priestess wants to fight, but rather these two have stuff to work out for sure. But it looks like, don't think you're the only soulmate out there. Don't think you're the only person. So it's a little bit like, you have a shot with me, but if you don't take your shot, someone else will. It's time for two soulmates to work things out, or that moment's going to pass. So do you want to be the one that wins? Do we want to win this together? Or do we want to give this up? There is a chance to be very successful, but it's going to require somebody to move forward. And it feels like we've got a high priestess who knows that this is the time to do this, just like the other character does. The only thing, and I think this is interesting, I'm not saying it's good, I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying this is the way the story is presenting itself. The high priestess is the one who I don't think is taking the action. She's the one sending a message to a character, and the character is definitely aware of it in the same way, that says you need to take action. Now, why isn't it her that needs to take action? Let's ask that question, because it feels like it's directed at whomever the Knight of Swords is. Possibly a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, does not have to be. Eight of Swords. Why is it not her? It says her hands are tied. She is stuck. Why would she be stuck but expecting the other person to take action? She says Knight of Wands in the reverse. She's stuck because, okay, so I'm just going to say the way I see it. She's stuck because she says, because I'm not the one who was indecisive. I'm not the one that was ever out there being a Knight of Wands. I'm not the one who needed to make the decision. So the person who has to make a decision and come forward, it's them, not me, because I was never the one who was, unsure of what I wanted and running around. And she's saying, I'm not the Knight of Wands. she's been stuck on this person all this time, is what I would argue. We have a 9 of Pentacles that's sideways, and we have the Hierophant. She's saying, I'm the one who always wanted something to be serious. Am I okay alone? Yeah, but I wanted this to be maybe a marriage. I wanted this to be serious. So I'm not the one who needs to make a decision and come forward, because I already made my decision. I already knew what I wanted. I was already in that classroom, willing to like say I won't want to be single anymore if there's a chance to build something with you. So it's not her that has to make the choice, it's the other person. But she's at that point where she's sending out that vibe that says, if you haven't made your choice by now, I'm going to go ahead, and it's time for me to move on. You're not the only soulmate out there. You're not the only one that I could love. You're not the only person for me. So if you don't know if I'm for you, then it's time that I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to let somebody else sit down at that dinner table with me. So she's kind of in this mindset that if they don't know what they want, that isn't it Simply Red who sings, if you don't know me by now, you'll never know me. Actually, they're not the first person that sang that, though. Is it Manhattans who sang that first? Or Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes? I don't know. Anyway, great song, though. We have the World and we have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so here's what I would say. Our High Priestess, and I'm going to keep saying she as the High Priestess, but just know I don't actually read for genders. That could be a masculine or feminine. These roles could be same gender reversal. It doesn't matter to me. But for the sake of keeping our characters straight, the High Priestess, we're going to call her a her. And we're going to refer to the Knight of Swords as a him. She is ready for a change. She's ready for something solid, and she's ready for somebody new. And that somebody new, she feels it. She knows that there's somebody that she's about to meet. And I almost feel like the reason I think she's sending out that vibe to them, that one final energetic message that says, it's actually already too late. You'd have to scramble now to get back to me because something has happened to me. I've stepped through a portal. She's had a big change in her life. I don't know if she changed. I mean, it could be something symbolic, like she's changed her hairstyle. She's changed the way she dresses. She's changed her physique. She's changed her job. She's moved. She's done. There's whatever this is. It's a new era for her. It's a new attitude for her. There's an energy shift within her, and I'm going to say that is probably really what they're picking up on. At this moment in time, it's not just that this person that this knight could randomly show up and be like, okay, I want you now. She already said something a little different here. You would have to actually fight for this. You'd have to put an effort to get me now. And it's not to be mean, I don't think. It's that these are the energetic changes. I think she got over them. For a long time, she would have chosen them. Had they come back, she would have chosen them without, question. Now, they would actually have to work to get her energy back. His, hers, however, I just dropped those cards. Oh, well. And the thing of it is, she knows she's changed. And so what comes toward her will be different also. She already knows that there's a King of Pentacles, like right there in the wings. She may not have met this person yet, but she knows, again, a queen, or excuse me, a high priestess it's that deep intuitive level. She knows that there's some other soulmate coming in for her. So the chance for a different soulmate to still grab this opportunity with her, it's pretty much already past unless they scramble. Now let's ask, do they even want to do this? Just because she's sending out that message where she's aware something has changed in me, do they want to even do this? They see her as a Queen of Swords in the reverse. She's just mad. She's mad at me. She's not going to want to talk to me. That doesn't really look, we got a Four of Cups sideways. Not to be rude, but I don't know that they care very much to want her back when they're seeing her as mad. Eight of Pentacles. Hold on, let me get one more. The fact that we have that Four of Cups for them sideways almost looks like, let's see, half of them says, I don't really know if it was that big of a mistake that I didn't end up with her, because she's real mad at me, and really there would be so much effort that would have to be put in, and maybe it's been too long anyway. That was an opportunity that I didn't take. Yeah, I mean, it could have been a wish fulfillment, but I'm not really sure if it was my wish fulfillment. Maybe that's, I would have had to change so much to be with her, and she wasn't happy with who I was. Their thought about all of this is kind of like, they're not feeling the pressure like, oh my God, I need to rush in and try to get with her. In fact, they continuously feel undecided if the effort would be worth it for them. Not saying, is she valuable enough, but really, I guess in a soft way, I could say that. They are saying, would this be worth the amount of work I'd have to put in? I have to change so much. She's mad at me for who I've been. She's mad at me for who I am. Was there an opportunity? Yeah, but at the same time, was it a wish fulfillment? Nah. They just kind of seem so undecided still about what role she played in their life or could have played. What is there anything else to say about this situation? The moon. See, I wonder if they have some secrets that she doesn't even know about. Things where it's like, wow, if she knew certain things about me, she'd probably be even more unlikely to think that I'm a great match for her. Five of Wands sideways. Yeah, there's some stuff where if she knew everything about me, it would probably be even bigger fights, and they don't want to take that stuff on. So it's not just like they don't want to put the effort in because, man, she could have been my wish fulfillment, but I don't really know because she's mad at me now, and it would be so much work for me to change her mind. It's that there's more that they've never told her, that they don't want to go through that kind of fight. They really don't. And they think they don't even know if they could. The Lovers sideways, the Page of Cups sideways. Could they even apologize? Are they somebody? You know what? Here's the simplest way to say it. I don't think this person maybe wants to be in a relationship. Maybe this is somebody who kind of wants to be able to come and go as they please. They want to be footloose and fancy free. That it's not, even if she was a soulmate, it wasn't the kind that was going to last. It was, here for a good time, not a long time. It was just someone where there was a transitional moment in time where these two interacted. I don't see anything here that says this character is certain about what they want. I don't know that they know if they'll ever be certain. Maybe they don't necessarily want. Even still, we have we have the Judgment card, the Karma card sideways, and we have the High Priestess. Well, it's not High Priestess, it's High Priest, and in this card, this is the Hierophant, Taurus energy, marriage card. Also the connection to one's higher self. It's like they say, I mean, in a fantasy land, I kind of would have been nice to, think about, I wonder if we were in that long-term commitment, but they don't really want to make that happen because they don't really believe it will work. The reconciliation, it's almost like as long as they could behave exactly how they are, be who they are, and then kind of have it work out. I don't know that this person ever wants to be 100% committed to anything. It looks like they bend rules, even with their higher self. Like they want to pretend that they're not 100% sure about stuff, pretend that they didn't know. I feel like this person has a murky moral compass. Do they really want a relationship? Do they really want this relationship? Only if it doesn't require any real effort or change on their part. And they know that it would. And I think that they're doing right by her and not trying to pretend to be something that they don't want to be. I mean, and does this character have to be viewed as a villain? No, they have a right to be whoever they want. If they don't want to hear their higher self, it's almost like they do know that she would have been good for them. They even know that they love her, but they're not going to change something about the way they're behaving to be in that connection. They know that there's a bunch of stuff that they either, I think that they say, she wouldn't take me back anyway, probably, if she knew all of what I am, or the way I operate. Maybe they always want to have another lover on the side. Maybe that's their thing. Maybe they like that lifestyle. She's not going to let me do that. I care about her more than others, but I'm still not going to change the way I do things. It's because I have a right to do it how I want to. I feel like there's a stubborn energy to this person where they want to do it their way. They have every right to do it their way. So what was the purpose in all of this anyway? Because she's sending out, whether consciously or subconsciously, she's sending out that message that says, this is your last opportunity with me. There's somebody new coming in. I'm on a different path now. And if you ever did approach me at this point in time, in this one sliver of time before I meet this King of Pentacles, I wouldn't just say yes. You'd have to probably fight for this. I'm just sending out that vibe. But why is that even happening? Why is that vibe going out? I don't understand why it's a speak now or forever hold your peace. With the Queen of Swords here in the upright, so this is her again, there are boundaries. I'm picturing somebody who's literally putting up like a big, huge, not just a fence, but like it's almost like her universe. She's leaving the galaxy. She's going to be in a different galaxy. She's going to have a boundary that is so, she's going to be so far away from them at that point in time, not out of anger, not out of rage, but they'll never be able to communicate with her again. The boundary is going up, not because of anger. Now, they still think she's mad. She's saying, there's such a profound change in my life that this will be something that I leave behind forever. So this is this is a closure moment. This is their last chance. If they had any last words to say to her, we got an 8 of Cups. There she is walking through this portal. There's a change going on for her. If there was ever a time where part of her heart still belonged to them, it's as if that part is being excised, it's being cut out, and it's going to be, her heart's going to be regenerated in a way that would never fit with that puzzle piece that she used to give to them. She's going through a major transformation. She's going to become a very different person, a person who I think very soon, if she ever, oh no, we lost one. I got to find out what it was. Very soon, if we also got a 5 of Wands and a Prince of Pentacles. It's funny because she's almost saying, I know that one day they're probably going to want to talk to me, but that opportunity will be gone forever. So it's a little bit like, is there anything left here? Before I go, this is our last chance. We had a bond. It was a soulmate energy, but the time to fight for anything, or the time to even have a final handshake or anything, that window is closing. And it's almost like she's realizing energetically that they're nowhere near where they would maybe need to be. So this is kind of like an energetic goodbye, because there's this moment where she knows she's changing. She also is maybe recognizing that they haven't changed, but she kind of still thinks someday they'll probably keep evolving and growing, or something will be different. And they might look back and they might think about me, but at that point there won't be any way back in. So this is the final goodbye moment, is what I think this really boils down to. Final message is what? The Hanged Man. This will forever be an unfinished symphony. This is the procrastination that never changes. And unfortunately, they'll be kind of maybe stuck in that. And she's moving on. This is the end of the road for her, even though they may still remain in that forever position of like, they kind of wonder what they should have done. She's making the closure now. Okay, I'm going to leave that one there, even though it's a little bit bumpy. All right, you guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Bye-bye.